we're approaching the weekend, right? And everybody tends to fall off routine. So we have a little challenge for you. Will you be a weekend warrior? And by weekend warrior, we mean somebody who's gonna get their shit done this weekend to get closer to their goals.
So, weekend warrior, like she said, on the weekends people tend to drop their guard, which isn't a total bad thing because you may work hard during the week and that. It's alright to rest and give your body the time it needs to recover, but that also doesn't mean by recovering with ordering out food every day and doing this and that and dropping guard on your clean eating through the week. Also, the weekend, it's only Friday. The weekend has officially begun for some people like myself, but it's never too early to start thinking about what you're going to do on that Sunday, as far as food lists, coming up with menus and stuff like that of food you want, so that you don't have to think about that on Sunday. Maybe you could go shopping for your stuff tomorrow, do all your food prep for Sunday, and really hit things head on. For Monday, where that's all you have to worry about is doing everything you did this whole week. For some people that may have started during the week and they made it through their first week, that's congratulations there. You should begin to start to feel how it feels, especially feeling proud about yourself because you stuck with it. That was the easy part. Now it's the weekend. You know, it could be late nights trying to go out and have a couple of drinks. You have a couple of drinks, then it's like, for me, boom, boom, we're going to Mighty Taco, gotta get some shit, right?
For most people, the weekends is the hardest time to stay on track because you're not on a normal schedule. And maybe you have kids who are super active in different activities or whatever the case may be, is most people are not on a normal schedule on the weekends. And so all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'll do my workout later, I'll do this later, and then later comes and goes, and then you're like, oh, well, I'll just make it up tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and goes. So it's really important to try to establish a routine for yourself for the next 2 days tonight. It's still early enough for us adults to sit down and come up with a game plan for the weekend. I know I have a super early morning tomorrow. My mom, I have to take her to the airport, and so I am going to be getting up butt-ass early tomorrow. And I was like, oh, well, at least I can get my workout done before my own classes. So then we will establish a meal plan tomorrow, go grocery shopping probably either tomorrow night or Sunday morning. It all depends because tomorrow's a little crazy day for us. And then we'll do our meal prep on Sunday. So it's really important to establish a routine for yourself on the weekend when you don't normally have a routine.
Yeah, because it's basically about keeping yourself from being overwhelmed. Most people get overwhelmed and they don't want to do this stuff because they're like, time is, usually an issue when you don't provide yourself with enough. So if you go through the weekend just going, well, I'm going to do that on Sunday, and then next thing you wake up a little bit later on Sunday, you kick back a little bit, have a cup of coffee now you're like, well, now I have to make a food list, I got to figure out what I'm actually going to make for the week, and then I'm going to have to go shopping. Chances are we fell victim to it a few times, like, you're not getting home till like 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon, but then it's time for dinner for that day, so now you got to make food to eat for then, and then you're like, well, now I don't feel like food prepping, maybe tomorrow. So then that cycle continues to the next day, to the next day, to the next day. What we're doing is trying to have you learn from our mistakes, and I know everybody's taking a side. Like I did a little dance when I came home today, did my little, the weekend started, and put your guard down, relax a little bit, but keep your head in the game because it's going to be 1 week at a time. It's not, I completed 1 week and now I'm done.
Right.
And eventually all this, if it's not already something that's part of your system, it's going to become natural to your system where
that's just what you do.
You may be setting up things during the week, be like, this is what I want to eat for next week, this is what I want. It doesn't have to be on any certain day. Same thing with what we talked about yesterday, having notebooks. Have have a notebook of the food you like, food you don't like, what your normal shopping list is. Say, this is what I want to change this up. Have all that stuff prepared for you, and then if you see something on Facebook or Pinterest, whatever it is, be like, oh, I want to try that. You know, write it down during the week. So then whenever you are ready to go shopping, you're not like us sometimes, like, well, I think we'll go up every single freaking aisle in the store, and then like, well, we'll get this and that, and then we get home and we just have this jumble of food, and it's like we didn't plan correctly. So
yeah. So being a weekend warrior, planning your workouts, planning your meals for the following week, and doing your food prep. So how many of you guys are going to be weekend warriors?